Hello, and welcome to our 28th day update on the journey to Tier 2 Rathma. As we're getting closer and closer to our goal, it seems like we're going to be able to do it any day now. We really only have a few things we're looking for before we start actually attempting the Tier 2 kill. With that said, I'll pull up the video and show what progress we've made, and then we can talk about what we have left to do, which hopefully is not much. So starting the day, running some tier 2 maps, we drop a Vex rune. At the moment, like, I am holding on to all these runes because I still don't know how we will be using them. But it could be that very soon we will start needing them this way or another. Later, still on Scovus, we drop a breastplate. This is Venom Ward, of course, and we keep slamming those, even though I've been using the GA. As long as we find 8 max to poison Venom Wards, they could definitely assist on our setup, and this one is definitely an 8 max Venom Ward, so let's keep our eyes open. And as we go ahead and slam it, sadly it gets only one socket, so this one will not be a future option for us. Later in Tomb, I think this was a Horizon map, we get an Earth Spirit, a new Earth Spirit. Of course, we've been looking for one for a long time, and if this one can get a good slam, it could definitely change the game for us. 3 sockets plus 1 skills. This one sadly only has 7 max poison, just like our old one, and 4 cold absorb. The skill on it is also not useful, being twisted, not useful in any of our builds, but still with 3 sockets it could change the game for us a little bit, or a different slam like max cold or max fire. Sadly, again, this one breaks, so it will not be quite useful to us. Later, back in the Ancestrals, we got a Void event, and despite already having, like, I think 6 splinters waiting for us, or 6 attempts waiting for us, it's always good to get more splinters, because we really don't know how many attempts it will take or how close we really are till we actually send it. And we do get another splinter, so that will be nice. And I think I missed it in the clips. I didn't find like the actual timestamp, but you can see on the loot that we already have a Zara Sanctum, so we will be running that later too. Jalal's mask drops. These are often only rolling 1 to shapeshift, just like this one did, so sadly we'll go back to the ground. But it would be nice to see a 2-2 Jalal's drop with a solid slam. Over here, still in the Ancestrals, we get another facet. I really want, like, to track my facets during the season, like how many facets I actually drop when I'm playing online. I never drop this many facets. We've dropped one every single day. We have like 1 facet, I'm pretty sure 1 facet per day we've been playing since we basically got to, like, after like day 2, which, like, the first 2 days are like, you know, you barely farm at a like reasonable pace. So I think it's been pretty crazy. Another fire one joins the set of fire ones, and at this point it's like begging me to make a fire druid, but I'm pretty sure that since we are so close, I'm going to stick to our other builds and put the fire druid to the side. Pair of Gore Riders drops. We go ahead and slam them. They get only poison res. I was asking for poison max res on them, so I could use them on a Rathma build for melee druid. Sadly, we didn't get it, so we just put it aside. A Jarun drops in the crypt, so you can see me being pretty happy. Jaruns are probably going to be used in our gear for tier 2 Rathma. Like, I'm pretty sure the Guardian Angel will have 3 Jaruns in it, for example. So generally speaking, we're very happy to see those. We currently have 3 with this Jarun. We might need 4 or 5 depending on what helmet we use and depending on whether we use a shield or not. So it's good to have them. It means I don't have to cube up things that I want to use for other stuff. So overall, I'm pretty happy about that. And in the next map, we also get a Thunder Maul. And you can see we've been going through all sorts of different maps. We've been mixing in like speed mapping for events, and just like clearing maps for just like getting all sorts of drops and gems and crafting materials. We haven't given up on crafting another amulet yet, so we're still on that very much. And we'll go ahead and slam this Sea Basher. It's not ethereal, but Cranium Basher is a really nice weapon. So we are interested in what it can get potentially. And as we go ahead to slam it, it looks like it survived, but sadly it breaks. And yeah, we'll have to put it back on the ground. While speeding around, we stop for this plated belt, rare belt, and has really nice stats on it. 14 strength, 46 life, tri-res, cold, fire, and poison, which are the relevant res types for Rathma. Total amount of res is not the highest, is 60. We've seen higher, but this one also has poison length reduction, which is pretty amazing. As the belt, this is pretty much perfect for like a summoner in Rathma. If I had the FCR, it could be also amazing. Sadly, it breaks, so we'll never know what it would have slammed. Here it shows all res, which would have been cool. But yeah, sadly, we will not get to use it. Another Venom Word drops, and this one does have 8 max to poison, so we go ahead and slam it. And it gets free sockets, making it the best Venom Word we've had to date, and maybe, just maybe, a game changer for us in the sense of how we prepare for Rathma. For example, now instead of using Spirit Keeper, we could potentially use a different helmet with getting a free from nature piece, 2 from our amulet, and 2 from the boots, or 2 from the belt. So there's like different, you know, mixes that we could do now to get all of our maximum resistances. It doesn't mean that I want to necessarily use it, it just means the option is there for us. The main issue in using Venom Ward right now is that we still don't have a Snow Clash, the belt that gives us a lot of max to cold. So it's kind of difficult to make Venom Ward work without it, but the idea of having a free socket Venom Ward is very appealing because we want to have free socketed armors for these jaw runes that will give us a lot of HP. Also has pretty nice rolls, like I'll stop and show it just for a moment more. Has minus 12 to enemy poison resistance, have 59 poison resistance, so nearly perfect on the relevant rolls. If you run it on like a poison build, it could be really strong, so it's pretty cool, I think. After running those, we went to Horizon and we got a unique amulet. I wonder if it's an interesting one, and this is a High Lord's Wrath, which again we don't often use, but I mean it's nice to slam. Maybe it gets max to all, who knows. It does not get faster run walk, which is I think pretty nice for other builds maybe to farm with, not for us. Later in the same map we get a Sarun, or not in the same map, is the next map, but you know, in the same map type, Horizon. We get a Sarun, and it seems like it's kind of a rune day. We got like Vex Rune, Jaw Rune, we got Sarun. We also got a few Ma runes and an Rune earlier as well. And as we identify this Grand Charm, we find our last and final summoning skiller for Druid. The quest for skillers is finally over. It's crazy that in 4 days or so, 4 or 5 days, we found like 5 of those, 4 or 5 of those, just turning around like all of our like you know, unluck with with summon skillers. So yeah, our search for skillers is over, and we'll talk about what that means very soon. We did run the Czar Sanctum a little bit afterwards, because I mean I figured like might as well run it just to see what we get. We get a G-Bane while running the first part, killing Stasis, and we will go ahead and slam it. And it only gets 35 cold res, so I throw it back on the ground. It's not very impressive to us. And from the Czar's map, we ended up getting like a martial arts skiller, which obviously we don't need. But in total, we got like 10 skillers. One of them was for even elemental druid, which was nice to see. So we did get a lot of skillers there, just most of them not relevant to us. Another guardian angel drops, and if it has 6 max to poison, we'd be super excited. Sadly, it has lower rolls exclusively from our guardian angel, which is pretty close to perfect. So we put it back on the ground. After that, farming some cows, we get another ghoul rune, which is, yeah, again, rune day possibly. So we go ahead, and this is not the same clip. We actually get another gold rune right afterwards in the next map. So a lot of runes dropping, making us rune rich. And over here, maybe what I was most excited for the entire day, even more than the skiller, this is a unique war spike, and you don't see people talk about this because it's not like a commonly used weapon, but this is Cranebeak. It's one of the 2 weapons we've been searching for to attempt tier 2 Rathma with. We're hoping that it gets 6 to Ravens. It can get 4 to 6 to plus to Ravens, and you can see this one rolled 5. Generally, we are going to slam those because we want 4 sockets on them. That would be the best slam for us. Otherwise, a +1 all skills or a faster cast rate could also be good slams for us. So we go ahead and slam it, and this is the first one we dropped in like 20 days. The last one also went away. So yeah, this one breaks for us as well. Very, very sad that we lost it. It was a potential weapon, even though it only had 5 to Ravens. But yeah, this is one of the 2 weapons we're searching for, either this or an Athena. There are some other possible weapons, but we'd rather not use them just because they're not very good. And the rest of our gear, it's not like it's super strong. It's just like barely making the cut. So I'm trying to limit myself to these weapons in terms of what I'm looking for. And the pair of water walks finally drops for us, and we're hoping for max gold resistance slam, max poison resistance slam. These kind of things would be awesome for us. Even max fire is good. And what we get fire res, which is not quite what we wanted. It's still better than our other pair of water walks that slammed gold find, which is definitely not helpful for bosses, but is what is. A nice Hellslayer 198 ED drops. Sadly, slams lightning resistance, so doesn't really help us. Goes back to the ground. A Demon Machine drops, and we're always excited to upgrade our Mercenary. So we go ahead and grab that. And we're still looking for that ED slam for a Demon Machine. This one has a base of 290 ED, so again, pretty average in terms of what it rolled. But with a good slam, it could be better than ours. So we go ahead and slam it. Gets 3 sockets, which sadly makes it worse, so we drop it on the ground. Later in the next map, we get another Demon Machine. So, you know, maybe the game is hinting that it wants to give us another shot. This one rolls 271 enhanced damage, which is pretty low, almost at the bottom in terms of what it rolled. You can see this axe is still in our inventory because it was like really the next map. It rolls minus to cold resistances, so a lot of -2 resistances on our weapons today. And I know it seems crazy, but just like the map later, we get another Demon Machine. So 3 Demon Machines in one day. There were days we were asking for just one. And this one actually does slam AD and ignore target defense, which is a pretty solid slam. Sadly, the base was also 271 ED, so a pretty bad base, which makes the Demon Machine with 4 sockets just barely better than our current one. Which is very sad to us because I was considering whether I should box it or not. I'm still like not 100% sure that I should for like such a small improvement. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it. Like you can see me there thinking about it, whether I should or shouldn't do it. And I haven't done it yet, so it hasn't happened, and I have a good reason, kind of. But before that, we went to do Uber Ancients. We had a very long day. We did like 8.5 hours, I think, in terms of hours of grind. So we put a lot of time into it because we really feel like we're close to getting the goal. We got some items for Uber Ancients. You see this Ghoul Heights. We slammed them. They're not too interesting. Got this Grandfathers. It rolled pretty badly, but I mean, we still slam it, hoping for something nice. It does get ED, but since the base was so bad and the roll on the ED slam was so bad, it is really not that good or that impressive. Later, during a Void event, we're hoping to get a Splinter to maybe close the day with a nice drop. And yeah, we're really at the point where there's not a lot more that we can drop that will be like enhance you know, enhancement for us. So obviously there's less exciting drops, but every drop that we do get is becoming more and more important. And we also got a unique map while doing the Mend event, and it is the Fallen Gardens. This is the first Fallen Gardens that we've dropped, so now we can say we've dropped every unique map. And that was it. That was it for the day. So we did get our final skiller, so that is technically a gear update for us. Everything else stayed pretty much the same. And here's the reason why I didn't box our new demon machine. So if it gets 4 sockets, it can be slightly better. If it gets 3 sockets, it's already not better than our demon machine. Since we had such bad luck with the boxes, I felt like I shouldn't be wasting it on something that most likely is going to be either slightly better or not better at all than our current demon machine. Especially since we're farming in a very nice space at the moment. Like, I'm not feeling like that's what we're missing right now. Since we only have 2, and I'm probably gonna have to box our weapon, I think I'm gonna have to keep those for us right now till we find at least like 1 or 2 more boxes. There's also a world where we get a different spirit keeper that we might need to box, or a different armor. I don't know exactly what we're gonna get. It could be that I wanted to use one of the plus skills venom words that we got. I think I have 2. Yeah, one of the plus skills ones, or the max fire one that we got. So we have a lot of different options, so I'd rather keep my options relatively open. For day number 29, we're going to focus harder and harder on getting that last weapon. I might even roll maps with added chance to drop weapons. We've had 6 catalyst shards drop towards the end of the stream. Since I was only running tier 1 maps, I didn't want to waste them on that, so I'll probably run them on these cows. So we're gonna look at like starting with like running some cows with enhanced weapon drops with catalyst shards. I have this feeling inside me that the weapon is actually going to come from a Geeds and not a drop. I don't know why I feel that way, so who knows? We'll see if I'm right or not. I just had that feeling all day on day number 28. So that's just oh, day number 28, day number 27. I'm now not sure which one it is. It was day 28. Yeah. So on day number 29, sorry. We're gonna look through all that, and I kind of have a feeling that by 1 month, right, by the 31st, we'll be able to say that we finished this challenge. Obviously it depends on the drops, but that is kind of like a mini goal that I've set for myself. Doing this within 1 month would be crazy, especially since we were told that it's going to take us months, like plural. So I'm really happy with our progress, and yeah, hopefully in a couple of days we can say that we have finished our challenge, and we can move on to the next thing on the line. With that said, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next stream or the next video. And till then, bye.